So what would you say the most valuable performance systems from elite sport are that senior leaders in business often overlook that could really help them?
Yeah. So the biggest one for me is the deliberate nature of that train, perform, recovery cycle, which I spoke about earlier. And one thing that I observed when I came into the corporate world is that that's not a natural default position for people to think about. And it goes back to that always on type culture where people expect an output all the time from themselves, or the environment expects that. And they don't ever build in the rest or recovery period. That's a bit of a classic, you get 25 to 30 days annual leave a year. Now in sport, you're actually a lot more downtime than you are performing time to some extent. And so I think it's that build of recovery of like good sleep hygiene, diet, training, like thinking about your health, like a holistic approach to your recovery and performance, and creating those sustainable habits and behaviors that are going to lead to outcome. I think sport's a lot more visible with like the healthy, good habits, where it be skill development, thinking about developing a new like capability that's going to help you in your career, or thinking more around like the food that you're going to consume is going to give you the right energy for the day. And I think in business, that's sometimes not as front and center. And big one for me has been about keeping on top of my health fitness. And I have found the reason I do that is just a mental clarity and genuinely carving out some recovery time that's going to give me the energy back to keep going and to show up, like I said, the right way as much as possible.
Many of the business leaders I currently work with, they're very aware of the value of recovery. However, it's not intentional, and therefore it's not done at all, or if it's done half-heartedly, and they can't understand why they're reaching that ceiling of energy and that ceiling of clarity, because they've not fully reset, they've not fully recharged. And I often give them the scenario of having your phone and a charger. When your battery's low, you plug it in and then you unplug it when it's charged. Your body and your mind aren't a lot different. And it's that intentional practice is so key, but the understanding of that and the application of that is difficult when your world is so busy.